Joy Gurudev, Joy Ma, Joy Ganesh. Now we will talk about kids and stress. So, before we start talking about this, I'm talking about India, and maybe all around the world. Just before we had kids, when we were kids, or before us when my parents were kids, I'm talking about that time. Each parents had six, seven kids. During our time, we were two, three kids, and now each family has one kid. Each educated, sensible family has one and maximum two kids. But when we were kids, three, four kids were there. Two minimum three kids were there. Two kids were there. Three kids were there. And before us, when our parents were there, in each house there were minimum six, seven kids. And not only that, it was a joint family. It was a family where three, four, five brothers had their three, four, five, seven kids. So it would be like the house was filled with kids all over, noisy and chaos. So in those days, I remember when guests would come and they would call the kids to meet the guest. Come on, we would line up. Oh, this is my elder one, this is my younger one, this is my youngest, this is my brother's son, elder son, middle daughter, youngest daughter. And they would introduce all the kids to the guest. And they would tell the guests that, they are doing very well, and this and that, and this one is very bright, and this one is very good in accounts, and this one is very good in, poetry, and this one is very good in so and so. So then we were asked to recite poetries or do some calculations or show some tricks that we knew to the guest. And suddenly the guest would ask, which class is this child from? And parents, specifically the father, wouldn't know that which class the child is studying in. He would say, come on, you say which class you are studying in. This was the state that either both or at least one of our parents did not know which levels, which standard, which grades are we studying in. And it would be like, still we did good and still we have progressed so much in life. But nowadays, parents are not like that. They are very attentive. They are very worried. They are very cautious about their child, their education, their hobbies, what are they doing in life, what they want to do in life, what will they do in life in future, and what is needed, what is the need of the hour. It's like this. And they believe success is in money. Success is in frames. True success is in being happy. Even if your child wants to be a guitarist, a singer, there is a huge competition in the field of singing or in the field of, being a musician. But he may be singing on the road or on the railway stations, metro stations, but he's fulfilling his desires. He will be happy unless and until you or the world does not tell him that you need money, you need fame to be happy. And the other stress that we are giving our kids is we want them to do everything. We want them to be good in maths. We want them to be good in poetry, art, dance. We make them do all the extracurricular activities all together, sports. So that is where the child becomes stressed. We all have lived our life in such a way that however, whatever happens to us, it's okay. But our kids must get the best. Even our parents have done the same thing for us. They've said that no matter however we live, we want to give our kids the best. But in process of giving them the best, we are creating the worst for them. It is all right to be average. Everyone cannot be the president, the prime minister, or Don Bradman, or Sachin Tendulkar. Everyone cannot be number one. And Sachin Tendulkar cannot be a good chess player or a good businessman. But you want your son to be multidimensional, multi-functioning, or you want him to be multitasking. That is not possible. It cannot happen. It will not happen. You have to give him space, time, and let him catch up. Let him choose his extracurricular activities, his education. You just support him, you just push him. Be strict. The biggest problem, second biggest problem right now is that we have created rules that parents cannot hit or shout at the kids, neither the teachers must hit or shout. That is one more problem. Don't hit them, but be strict with them. They have to be disciplined. Huh? We love our kids more than we love our parents. Most of us, majority. And our parents love us more than they love their parents because we only give to kids and we only receive from our parents. So when we are giving to the kids, love is in giving. So we love them more. But they don't love us in the return, like we don't love our parents because they are only at the receiving end. When you make it compulsion from them that now you are 18 years old, you must take a part-time job and you must also do your extracurricular activities and, then you can get your pocket money. If you don't want to go work outside, then you can help us in the house. Do some work in the house and then you will get your pocket money if you are helping us in the house. So this kind of rule which America and some countries are following, if we start following that, our kids will be much more mature. Maturity is necessary to get what we want. Kriya will make our kids mature, but they have to do it regularly. You can do it regularly with them. But if you're doing the Kriya regularly, remember to be on positivity, sattva. It's mentioned in the discipline on the first day. Now, second thing is we teach them dancing, sports and everything, but we don't teach our kids the most important things. We'll be talking about that. That first is breathing, how to breathe. Chanting of the Kriya will smoothen their breath and your breath. So the Kriya will help them by teaching them how to breathe, which is one of the most important things in life. Our life starts with breath and it ends with breath. The first thing you did coming on the earth was not crying, was taking a breath in, and the last thing you will do is breathe out. So breath is important. This Kriya is going to rhythmize, smoothen your breath. Second is that loving. This Kriya will create compassion, love in the heart of kids. Then to attain anything, we have to go through a lot. To get anything in life, we just have to be, you know, capable of having that. If we are not capable of handling anything, nature is not going to give it to us. Eligibility is the only way to get anything, not hard work, not luck, not anything else. And to be capable, to be eligible, you have to go through a lot of rude shocks, failures, stress, anxiety, anger, frustration, depression. You know how you must know how to handle them and come out of them. We bless our kids that let them be successful. We work towards, we train them to be successful, but we fail to train them to be matured. They will be only matured when they will know how to handle stress, how to handle emergencies, depression, anxiety, some kind of big, incident in the house, how to handle it, whether positive incident or negative incident. We fail to teach them how to handle shocks, surprises. And then we expect them to become successful in life. It is impossible. No one can be successful like that. So, being matured enough to handle the situation, shocks, failures, anxiety, stress, depression, it's necessary that they have to train their minds, they have to cultivate their minds, they have to, transcend their minds, and that is going to happen with this Kriya for the kids. Now, enough about the kids. Now, we come to ourselves. We are as immature as our kids. Age-wise, we have grown, but our minds are as immature as our kids. Minds are immature. We are not working. Accidentally, things are falling in place. We are not successful. Our success is also accidental. We are not happy. Happiness is also accidental. We are not rich. Richness, maturity, everything is accidental. This Kriya will also help us to handle shocks, surprises, failures, anxiety, stress, depression, and will help us to come out of it. So, everything said for the kids. Now you consider it for yourself. If you want, you can watch this video again. And, if you can handle stress, surprises, shocks, and maintain your sanity, handle all the situations and be calm and serene, then, only then, you can succeed in life. There's one last thing that I want to add, that no meditation works when you are in stress. And you need the meditation the most when you are in stress. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. No meditation works when you are in stress, and you need meditation the most when you are in stress. But you can't meditate. Your mind cannot be thought-free, thoughtless. But I guarantee you, this is one meditation, one powerful meditation, which will also be effective, which will also work during stress. It will bring you to the no mind state. It will bring you to samadhi. It will activate your kundalini, even during the stressful period, during the shocks, during the failures, during depression. So it is the best antidote to depression, shocks, etc. So I hope you people start, contemplating on this and start your practice. If you have not taken your Diksha yet, please go ahead and receive your Diksha. Hari Aum Tatsat.